Hello, my friends, and welcome to our next camping adventure. Cheers, folks. Well, my friends, it is a hot day today, but that's okay. I'm still in pretty good spirits. So, my friends, let's buckle up. Y'all grab a beverage of choice, and let's get down to that campground. Give us a chance to unwind and relax, even if it is a little on the hot side. You folks take care, and I'll see you when we get there. Let's go. All right, my friends, well, we made it down here. Oh my goodness, it was a drive, but we've got us a nice campsite. Holy catfish, it's pretty big. Shoot, for us it's almost too big. But I'm not complaining. Well, my friends, I'm gonna get a few things set up, and then we'll grab us a seat. Appreciate y'all coming along. Take care, and we'll catch back up shortly. Love that sound. Oh. Cheers to you, my friends. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me on this little camping adventure. It gives us a chance to get out, relax, some peace and quiet, other than, nature sounds. Oh, and a little bit of road noise. There is a main drag that goes, pardon me, frog in my throat, along the back side of this park. But right now, I think we got a nice spot. There's definitely a bunch of campers in the campground. But right now, we've only got 4 neighbors that I can see, but holy catfish, the whole front end of the campground was just packed. And more people were coming. There were some people behind me. But I'm pretty optimistic we're gonna have a nice, quiet trip. Oh, and for dinner tonight, I'm planning on making my version of pork and beans. And I'll get into all that later, but on top of that, I did get an electric sight, which is not typical for me this time of year. I usually don't get an electric sight until probably, I don't know, late fall, the winter season. But for what we're making for dinner tonight, we're going to have it, because I plan on making or baking cornbread. So we can have some nice fresh cornbread to go with our dinner. We'll see how that works out. This will be a first for me. Well, everybody, again, appreciate y'all coming along on this little adventure. So let's just take some time and unwind and relax out here. And I maybe not move a picnic table around. It's warm. It's cooler here, but it's still warm. But anyway, my friends, Y'all take care, and we'll catch back up directly. All right, my friends, we're gonna get a few things set up because dinner won't take too awful long. Oh, I hope to cook. Whoops, wrong one. We definitely have some squirrels in the area. But let me get the stove set up, and then we'll get started on that cornbread. We have power. All right, my friends, what I brought with us today, something I want to start using later in the year, and I thought this would be a good test for it, was I have a mini toaster oven. It doesn't take a whole lot of space in here, and I thought, man, maybe winter this camping, that'd be just a neat little thing to have, because we don't have much daylight, so maybe we can cook something up in the back of Red. Brought my little platform. There we go. And this is probably gonna take, I'm gonna let it heat up, warm up about 10 minutes. There we go. Set her to bake. Start, let's make sure does look like I'm getting power. Yep, all right. All right, we'll let that go, and we'll go get our beans put together. All right, my friends, I think I got everything over, well, almost everything, but we'll get to that. So we got our big pot here. To that, we're gonna put in 1 can of Bush's grilling steakhouse recipe beans. Of all the baked beans, this is my favorite. Because it already has, a lid, as well as onions and green peppers in it, and seasonings, and so on and so forth. Oh, that's handy. Should probably paper towel. And 1 can of just regular Great Northern beans, which I drained. Excuse me. Because for me, it just gives it a little bit more of a hearty feeling, I guess. Set these aside. Give that a quick mix. So this goes together really easy. Well, the hardest part was last night I threw in the slow cooker about 1 pound of pork roast and then shredded it up. Now when I made this, all I did was cubed up the pork, do it in the slow cooker with 3/4 cup of water, and and a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and I kept everything, juice and all, so we don't have to, it's still cold, we don't have to add any liquid per se. I'm gonna stir that in a little bit. And since we got a while on that cornbread, we're going to put this on a very low simmer. That's why I'm using the big stove. It's a lot easier to get a low flame than my little one. And we'll keep an eye on it. There we go. Turn that way down. And it will take a little bit to warm it up, since everything, well, especially the pork, it's cold. So, all right, we got that going. Oops. Boy, did I almost mess up. One other thing we're going to throw in there is about 2/3 of a cup of, well, it's upside down, Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Whoop. And all I've got is a 1 cup, so we're going to best guess 2/3, or 2/3 to 3/4, not a full cup. I think that looks pretty close. And depending on your taste, we're best guessing here. There's my spoon.
Yeah, these things happen. Get that in there. My apologies, I almost walked off, forgot about that. And it's sitting here right next to me. If it had been a snake, I'd have been in trouble. All right, we're gonna give that a mix. And that barbecue sauce is cold too, so it's gonna take all this stuff to combine just a bit. In, lid, okay. Sauce. We're working on a little bit of a slant, but that's all right. All right, folks, let's head over and get that cornbread going. All right, my friends, let's see if we can put some cornbread together. Now this is, it says America's favorite. It's mine too. Just the Jiffy sweet cornbread mix. And it makes, for me, it makes the right amount. I mean, it's a good solid amount for one person, maybe two. Let's see, let me get in here. I brought a trash bag over here, worse. And what I like to do, it's just me personally, is it comes, you can see, kind of lumpy. So I like to break that up a little bit before I mix it up. Let's get a little bit looser. That's pretty good. Into that, Courtney, just follow the directions. 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk. So I brought 2. I always bring a spare egg. There has been an instance or two where I have messed that up. So hopefully we don't do that this time. Yeah, awesome. It's a lot easier to take 1 extra egg home than it is to pull one off the tree. And then we need our 1/3 cup of milk. Ooh, easy there, buddy. There we go. We'll just set you right there. Put you back in the cooler in a minute. And let's get this mixed up. So give me a second, folks. We'll get this all mixed up. All right, my friends, we got her all mixed up here. So I got my little pan. You know, these little toaster ovens, I haven't had it very long, and I've been doing a lot of practicing with it. So it does not act like a regular oven by any means. But I've found a pan that actually is the right size. Oh, that's fine. Little non-stick butter cooking spray. And let's get our batter in there. And I am very confident this is going to come out lopsided. I don't think the back end of red here is as level as my kitchen counter by any means. That's pretty good. Kind of even it out the best we can. It's pretty good. And in we go. Now, this works at home. Out here, we'll see how it goes. So we're going to check it here in about 15 minutes, and we'll go from there. And there is still one more thing I'm going to add here in about 10 minutes. Here, let me show you. Hold on a second. I have 1/2 of a diced onion, white onion. So what I like to do is I like to let the pork and beans simmer for a while. I don't put these in right away. Probably about the last 1/3 of the cooking, that's when I add these. They get the flavor of everything, but when you eat it, it still has a little bit of crunch to it. It's just personal preference. So let me throw this back in the cooler, and we'll be back here when the cornbread's ready, or so we hope. close, folks. Nope, there we go. Stop that joker. All right, my friends, let's see how we did. It's been 15 minutes. See if it still needs a little more time. Trying to be careful here. See if it's done. Heh, one side. Oh, let's throw it back in there for about 3 minutes. It's really close. There we go. Actually, let's do this. I'll tell you, like I said, these toaster ovens are not like your oven at home. And this one's got kind of a funky door to it. But let's give it another 3 minutes and check it again. All right, let's check it again. I threw it in there for I flipped it around, as you saw, and threw it in there for another 3 minutes, and our sun's setting fast. Daggone. Let's see how we did this time. Ooh, it looks pretty nice. Set that down. Hope you're done, buddy. Clean. Clean. Yep, we are done. All right, my friends, turn this off. Didn't have much time left anyway. This thing is a funny thing to operate, I'll tell you what. So we're gonna let this cool down, and then we're gonna plate up, my friends. I'm starving. All right, my friends, cornbread is cooled off. I took about a quarter of it. Drop that right down here in this bowl, because this is how I eat my pork and beans. Make sure, yeah, that's not too hot. Now, I've had the heat off of this for a little bit. Just stir. There we go. Let's give this a nice scoop of that. Ooh, that looks good. Right on top of that cornbread. A little bit more. Awesome. I'm gonna have some linens to wash when we get home. All right, my friends, let's go grab a seat. I decided we're gonna eat in a chair tonight. All right. Whoops. Napkin. Oh. I'll tell you what, I do feel like it's warming up. Ooh. Set you down. Get some water in me. I'm getting dehydrated. Cheers, my friends. Oh my God, I hope that squirrel not rained. Whew. There's always like anywhere else, there's always the threat of thunderstorms. So let's see how we did. Break that cornbread up a little bit in there. And it's still pretty warm. I can feel it on my leg. All right, let's try not to burn our tongues. Oh my gosh, that's good. Holy catfish. Still a little hot too. Oh yeah. Well, my friends, as you noticed, I did not put any brown sugar in there because I like baked beans, but I don't like them overly sweet. And with the barbecue sauce has a sweetness to it. The steakhouse baked beans has a sweetness to it. And if I did not mention it, so does the cornbread. Or I'll mention it again. So there's really no need to put any brown sugar in here at all. My opinion. Oh,
I'll set that down for a second. Let it cool off just a little bit more. But on the onions, I waited. The cornbread cooked about 10 minutes or so, and that's when I added the onions, and they still have a little bit of crunch to them. But basically, I had that thing on a low simmer. I did turn it off once. It was getting pretty hot, and then turned it back on. Kind of played with the temperature, to be honest. But well, one, I didn't want it to burn to the bottom of that. When you're working with a Coleman stove, things get your heat source is about that big, so you've got a good chance of burning something in your cookware. And these little camp pots are pretty thin. But I wanted to give that toaster oven a try. It worked out pretty good. But we'll talk about that more in a little bit. I'm going to get into dinner. Well, my friends, appreciate y'all coming along. I'm going to eat, and then we'll catch back up here directly. Y'all take care. Oh, that is awesome. There's a squirrel right over our heads. Oh. Nature. All right, my friends. I had another half a bowl. I couldn't finish the second bowl. That was pretty filling. But sun's setting, so let's get our campfire started. I figure we'll get this started so it's going real nice while I clean up and Tupperware all the extra up. So let's get to it. There we go. It's starting to cool down a little bit, but not a lot. But hopefully once that sun sets, it'll all change. Oh, did I forget? Holy catfish. Now I left the lighter up there. These things happen. Got a little bit much. Let's see. Got so much miscellaneous stuff in here. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm too lazy to walk back up there. It's hot. I always keep this in my firebox. Ah, I got Vaseline on my fingers. There we go. I got a little bit too much that time. I usually don't use that much, but that's how much came out. There we go. I got nuts dropping all around me. It's squirrels that found us. Oh, knock it over. There we go. All right. We'll let that get started while I start cleaning up, and I'll tend to it in between. You folks take care. Go find my lighter. What did I do with that thing?
All right, my friend. Oh, a little warm. Oh, it's just it's just at that what I call that wrong temperature, or it's definitely warm out here, but there's a slight breeze, which isn't too bad. But boy, as soon as you get up and start moving around, yeah, you get hot. We got all our dinner mess cleaned up, thank goodness. I made sure the stove had cooled off nicely before I packed it up. And I'm looking, oh my gosh, I can't believe, I'm so excited. It's the first time I've ever actually made cornbread at a campground. So I'm pretty thrilled. Cheers to you, my friends. I was very hopeful that would work out because I've had that little joker for a while. And I've been, like I said, it's not like a typical oven. So I've been playing around with it a lot. As far as temperatures and times and whatnot. My mom's got one too. And what I've come to find out is that temperatures and times and whatnot vary between two identical products. And that was just a cheapy one. It was a little mini toaster oven from Walmart. It's like 20 bucks. So, like I said, I've been playing around with it because I was very hopeful this would work out because I've got some ideas when we get into fall and winter camping of actually doing some cooking in the back of Red because, you know, it's dark at what, 5:30 in the afternoon, and that's sometimes, you know, that's a little early for dinner for me. But I thought this is going to give us an opportunity to maybe cook a few things in the back of Red this winter. That way we can get out to the campsite, enjoy a nice campfire, maybe a hot cup of coffee, and then when we're ready to pack it up, then we can make dinner. And that's something I've yet to do inside Red, is cook anything. My primary reason, well, until now, is I didn't really have a good way to do it because I don't like, I've seen other truck campers, they do it. I just don't want to do it personally, is have the open flame or stove in the back of the truck. That's all right, I guess, for the individuals that are a little bit more spry or younger than I am, but heaven forbid there's an accident. I may not be able to get out of the back of that truck very quickly. So the best way I know how to avoid an accident is to not put myself in the situation. But I'm excited. I really am. I'm really looking forward to that winter camping, and not just because the temperatures are going to be better. I can't believe it. Like I may have mentioned earlier, we've got a heat wave this week. Next week, the temperatures are going to level off. The highs in the lower 80s, if that. And at night, it's going to get down to low 60s or even cooler. Oh my gosh, camping weather is here. My opinion. Well, my friends, I appreciate y'all coming along. I truly do. Oh, and the dinner, as I mentioned, I did not add brown sugar. I'm sure there's some people out there saying, well, you have to put brown sugar in there. No, you don't. I don't like it overly sweet. And there's enough sweetness or sugars in the Bush's Steakhouse baked beans and the barbecue sauce. And then remember, on top, we're putting it on top of sweet cornbread. So that's plenty of sweet. Oh, for my taste. Holy cow. And I always, when I make my baked beans, I always put my onions in late. I don't saute them or soften them up or anything. I put them in there. I think the cornbread was down to, it had been in there for a good solid 10 minutes when I added the onions. And it still did. I wanted a little bit of crunch in there, and they came through, flying colors. Well, anyway, my friends, I'm running on. I'm just thrilled that cornbread turned out. Oh, it's the little things that I find a lot of enjoyment out of. So, cheers to you, my friends. Our sun is setting and my fire is dying. I just stoked that dude up before we sat down, too. Boy, I tell you what, it don't take long to burn. Either that or I've been chatting a while. Sorry, just excited. Well, everybody out there, appreciate y'all coming along so far. Y'all take care, and I'm going to stoke this fire up, and once it's dark, I'm calling it a night. So I'll see you in the morning.
Good morning, campers. Cheers. Just been sitting here enjoying a show. We had some new neighbors are moving in, and they're backing in their big, oh, I can't even read the name of it, one of those big old giant slide out camper things. And there's like 4 people trying to help him back it in. So far it's been up and back about 6 times. Oh my gosh, I know those things aren't easy to put in place. I mean, I've never tried to back in something that large before, but I've launched many a boat off a boat ramp. So backing something up that's got some size to it isn't, it's not a walk in the park. And there goes DNR. Boy, it's just a bustle of activity this morning. Holy catfish. We had a few squirrels hopping around the trees early this morning, but I think they're gone now that everybody else is up. I can hear traffic in the back. It's like, wow. So, everything has just come alive this morning. But last night we had a great night's sleep. Temperatures did finally cool off, and so I wasn't no rush to get up this morning. Probably should have got up a little bit earlier, and because right when we first got up, it was pretty peaceful. Not now. Cheers again, my friends. Oh, it's just entertaining. Oh, but this was a great trip. I had a lot of fun. We had to got to use a toaster oven for the very first time at camp. Made some cornbread that it turned out really good. Oh my gosh. I may actually have a piece of that this morning with my coffee. I'm sure you folks can probably hear that. I think they finally settled on a landing spot. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's been back forth a few times. But anyway, my friends, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you coming along on my little camping journeys. This was a pretty good one. We did enjoy some, past tense, enjoy some good peace and quiet out here for a bit. But that's okay. I got to pack up this morning myself and head back to the city. So no fun there. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but there's stuff falling out of the trees all around me now. Anyway, my friends, again, y'all take care. And as always, I'll see you soon. Oh, Lord.